As your life grows, your systems have to grow with it. And I think that that's something that a lot of people don't talk about enough because you can have the right vision, you can have the right work ethic, and you can even have the right heart, and it still feel like things are a lot harder than what they should be. And it's not because something is wrong with you, but it's just because you've outgrown the way that you've been operating. And so today I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the systems behind a well run life and just what I've been building and how stewardship just ties into all of that. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Felicia. And on my channel, I document my journey through life as a Christian wife, homemaker, future mom, and seasoned entrepreneur. So today's video is a little bit more practical, and I'm really excited about this one because I think that it's going to give you just some really tangible things to think about and to hopefully be able to apply to your own life. And one of the areas that I've just really been investing in is my home systems. And I say investing intentionally because I genuinely believe that a well-run home is the most important foundation for everything else, or at least that's what I found to be true for me, because when my home is running well, I just feel so much more grounded. I feel a lot more clear. I'm able to show up better at work, in my relationships, in my marriage, and just even in my faith. And there's just something about an ordered environment that create space for you to just actually think and breathe and be present. So what I've been building out is just really clear structure for how things get done at home. And that just kind of looks like, what happens daily versus what happens weekly, what's monthly, what are the annual things that we need to get done. And not necessarily like this rigid schedule, but just a clear rhythm. So that's something that I have to figure out every day. It's something that I'm constantly revising and working on and just trying to stick to the plan. And that's one of the things that I really love the most about good systems in general is that they really help to remove a lot of just the mental load. You're not just spending your energy deciding, what you need to do on any given day. You're spending energy actually doing it. So for my content and business, I'm in a really intentional season of evaluating what systems actually work for me right now versus which ones might look pretty or sound good, but that just aren't working. And one thing that I've learned is that the best system is the one that you actually use. So lately, I've just been doing a bit of a mental audit, just looking at what I've set up and what I'm actually using and trying to find if there's any gaps. So I just want to walk you through kind of what my current setup looks like right now. So first things first, I absolutely love Google Calendar, and it's probably one of my most used tools, honestly. And I use it for everything. I use it for business and I use it for personal. And one thing that made a big difference for me when I first got into using it was having everything color coded with calming colors. And I actually learned this from another creator, Jules Acree. I hope I'm not butchering that, but it's just something that seems small, but it helps me a lot. It makes my calendar feel a lot less overwhelming to look at. I also share certain calendars with my husband so we can know, all the family events, date nights, things for the children that we care for, so that we're just always on the same page. And it's just been a really good thing for us to utilize as a team at home. For my project management at work, I love to use Monday.com. We use it to manage like our projects and our routines and to just keep track of what's in progress. And then from there, what's pending, what things are already completed. But if I'm being honest, we've been a lot less consistent using it lately. And that's one of the things that I'm in the process of evaluating whether it's the right fit for us still, for where we are right now. Sometimes a tool that works really well in one season doesn't necessarily feel right or fit us the same way in another. And I'd rather find something that actually gets used and something that we're able to maintain and keep up with than something just for the sake of having it. For my team and all of our communication for both businesses, we use Slack. I prefer that over texting because it just keeps conversations a lot more organized, everything in one place and in one thread, and we're not mixing conversations and things just kind of getting lost in translation. And then I like to use Notion for my content planning and for some personal things here or there. Like I keep a running list of just things that I want. And I like Notion to just have a more permanent place where things are more accessible than just like on my notes app on my phone. It's just a really good home for things that need somewhere intentional to stay. What I'm realizing through all of this is that the goal isn't to necessarily just have all of these tools, it's just to have the ones that feel right for us and ones that are simple, ones that we actually enjoy, and the ones that we will actually return back to. And that's just a standard that I'm trying to hold everything to right now. For me, this isn't just a productivity conversation, it's a conversation about stewardship because God has entrusted us with our time, with our homes, with our work, with our relationships. And I just really want to be someone who handles all of that well and not perfect. I'm trying to step away from perfect, but thoughtfully and with care and with intention. And I think that good systems are ones that are practical and not that take too much thought and energy to the point where we don't accomplish what we need to accomplish. So we're not just managing chaos, but we're actually able to show up fully for the things that matter the most. And that's the goal for me right now, not to have an optimized life just for the sake of optimization, but a well stewarded life that gives me the margin to be able to just love people well and to pursue every single thing that God has called me to and to actually be present for the life that I'm building. So if this resonated with you and if you're just thinking about systems in your own life, then here are just a few simple places for you to start. The first one is to be able to just take inventory, pick one area, whether that's your home, whether that's your mornings or your work, and just honestly ask yourself, do I have a clear, consistent rhythm here, or am I just reacting day to day? Because that awareness alone is just really a great place to start. The second thing would be to start small. You don't need to overhaul everything at once. And I'm speaking to myself because even one system that runs well, a morning routine, a cleaning schedule, your calendar being time blocked, that helps to create momentum that then spreads into other areas. The third thing would be to ask yourself what would make you feel the most free. Sometimes the best system isn't the most elaborate one. It's just the one that removes the most friction from your day and that gives you back your energy for what actually matters to you. But that's all that I have for today. And like I said, this is something that I'm actively building and refining in my own life. And it's just an ongoing practice of paying attention and then adjusting as life grows. But I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and just let me know what systems that you're working on. Maybe you don't have any systems right now. That is okay. I've been there before too. But let me know, are you a Google Calendar person? Are you more of a pen and paper person? Is there an area of your life that you're just trying to bring more intention to? I would love to know. And if this was helpful, I would love for you to share it with someone who you think could use it and someone that would appreciate it. But as always, thank you so much for just taking the time with me. And I appreciate these moments. It helps me as well. And I hope that it helped you too. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.